स ओतः प्रोतश्च स ओतः प्रोतश्च विभुः प्रजासु स ओतः प्रोतश्च विभुः भू इज महाप्राण विभुः प्रजासु स ओतः प्रोतश्च प्रोतश्च विभुः प्रजासु यजुर्वेद 32.8 स ओतः प्रोतश्च विभुः प्रजासु स विभुः that विभु Bhu is to exist, Bhu Satayam, Vibhu. In a special way, V is Vishesha. He exists in a special way. That is Satchidananda, that is God, Almighty, Lord, whatever you call. Now what is his speciality? It is omnipresent, omnipotent and omniscient and can exist on its own capacity. It doesn't need any prop to exist. It doesn't need any assistance to do things. It's omnipotent. But we, Satchit, that's we souls, we cannot function without any aid, without a tool. We need Sharira Indra Manas to function. That's our limitation. Of course, we do exist, of course, we have got that consciousness, but still we cannot function on our own. But Vibhu, that's God, can exist, is super consciousness and can function independently without seeking any tool. Savibhuhu. Now that's Satchidananda, that God is Otaha Protascha. Bagil hakoli. Otaha Protascha. It is everywhere among Prajasu, among the world. Praja is we people, we creatures, we Satchit. Among the Satchit it is prevalent everywhere. So to give an example, Otascha Protascha, it is like when we weave a cloth, we have got warp and weft. Warp and weft. Warp is the longer one, weft is which passes through the fibers and a cloth is weaved. The warp and weft is Ota Prota. It is so finely knit. There is a perfect order in weaving. So we get the cloth. That warp and weft is throughout the cloth. Without warp and weft, cloth cannot be manufactured. As the system of warp and weft in a cloth, so is God prevalent, existing everywhere in the universe among the Satchit. Everywhere it is there. Otaha Protaha, warp and weft. W-A-R-P, W-E-F-T, warp and weft. One is the longer one, another one is the one which shuttles. One which shuttles, and finally the cloth is got. Bagil hakkole. That's the warp and weft. So that's the direct meaning of it. If you go deep into it, it is God is everywhere, omnipresent. We don't find a place where God is not there. It is harmonious and spread everywhere. In us, and we are all in it. We have got another Veda mantra, it says, Tadantarasya sarvasya tadu sarvasyasya bhahyatah. Everything is in it, and it is in everything. How is it possible? Because of its qualities. Everything is in it because it is so big, so large, so encompassing. Everything is in it. And it is in everything because it is so subtle. Sukshma, sukshmati sukshma. So it can be in anything. It is subtle and at the same time enormous. Because that everything is in it and it is in everything. That is Vibhu, that is a special feature of existence. Then next step. Because God is everywhere in us and we are in it, it is foolish to go in search of God. That's the next derivation what we get. We usually go in search of God. We go to a temple, we go to a mosque, we go to a church, we go to this place and say a holy place, a pilgrimage in search of God. It's all foolish and meaningless. God is everywhere. He is where you are. He is in you now. Why do you go in search of it? We can realize God wherever we are, in any condition, in any point of time, at any place. Because it is omnipresent. So going in search of God, he is not knowing God rightly. That's the meaning of it. If we know God rightly, we get him anywhere. I said him because I have to use something. If I use her also is okay, if I use it also is okay. It's beyond gender. That entity God is beyond gender. You call it he or she or it. It is immaterial. It is an entity which exists everywhere. Halbantu Indo. So it's everywhere. Now what is required is not going in search of it, but realizing the God wherever we are, and it is possible if we make our soul pure and strong. The soul is pure and strong, we can realize God wherever we are. If the soul is not pure and strong, wherever we go in search of God, we will fail to realize it. So the important thing is not the place, but the condition of our soul, which has to be strong and pure. So how do we experience God? God cannot be perceived by our sense organs because it is subtler, subtlest. We cannot see through our sense organs. It's not perceivable by our sense organs. Then how do we experience God? The experience of God is in the form of peace and bliss. Peace and bliss. Undisturbed peace and bliss. Unperturbed peace and bliss. Without the intervention of any media, without the intervention of any sense organ, the body, mind. It's a straight experience of peace and bliss by the soul. That peace and bliss itself is God. If we are not able to feel or experience and peace and bliss, then we have not realized God. And this experience is possible for us, once again, if our soul is pure and strong. Wherever the soul is strong and pure, there then it will experience God. We need not go in search of it. It's there already. There is some resistance. There is a non-conductor between us and the God. If you just remove it, yes, we can experience it anywhere, anytime. Any condition. The one and the only condition is the soul has to be pure and strong. Over. So that peace and bliss will come to our experience. because it is everywhere. As the warp and weft arrangement in a woven cloth. That is harmoniously mingled this whole universe. In us, we are in it. Sa votah protascha ibhuh prajasu. 32.8 Yajurveda. 32.10, next one. 32.10. Sano bandhur janita sa vidhata. Sano bandhur janita sa vidhata. Sano bandhur janita sa vidhata. He is our ultimate relative. Sano bandhu. Janita, he is the cause of our Sharira Indriya Manas and the birth and death cycle. He has created the system for us. Vidhata, he upholds us, he supports us in all respects. Bandhuhu, Janita, Vidhata. All these qualities, all these capacities we find in that Satchidananda, God Almighty, Lord, whatever you call it. Sa, that, he, Naha, Bandhu, Janita, Sa, Vidhata. Now, one is relationship, one is the creator, another one is the one which upholds, which supports us. So all the three we have to analyze and understand very clearly. Creator, Janita. According to Vedic science, it's very clear that God has not created Satchit, the souls. Sat, Satchit and Satchananda. The inert material, the soul with limited capacities and the soul unlimited, with unlimited capacities. All the three are entities which are there from time immemorial and will continue till time immemorial. Anadi, Ananta, beginningless and endless. They just exist. No one has created the other one. This is a basic science. Then where we use that word creation? The creation is of this world, not the basic components like Satchit and Satchananda. They are not created, they exist. Anadi, Ananta, beginningless, endless. With these three entities which are beginningless and endless, this whole universe is created. It was not there, it was created. So when you say creation, it means the creation of this universe and the systems in the universe and the laws in the universe. Who has created this? It is that Satchidananda who has created this. We don't have that capacity to create it, and of course the inert things, they cannot even move and know what they are. They are lifeless. So they cannot do all these things. So the entity which has created the whole universe with all systems, rules and regulations, that is that Satchidananda. That is the Janita. Sa-Janita. That is the cause of this whole universe. After the basic three entities. Basic three entities not created. They are there, beginningless and endless. Anadi, Ananta. Creation starts later. After understanding the three entities, creation starts. That is Janita. Who is that? That's our Satchidananda. Bandhuhu. That is our relative. Now this also we have to understand very clearly. All relations what we know of, all relationships what we know of, they are all in this birth and because of this Sharira Indriya Manas. If Sharira Indriya Manas were not to be there, there is no relationship. We can analyze. This is my house. Okay, that's a relationship. My house. How it becomes my house? Because the Sharir Indra Manas takes shelter in this structure, so it is my house. So once this soul which is in this body gets out, that's when it dies. Whose house it is? The dead body cannot say it is my house. No, it can't climb. It does not that consciousness, it does not that Chetana. This is my house as long as I am in this Sharira Indra Manas. And the Sharira Indra Manas takes shelter here. This is my house. This is my vehicle. This is my money. This is my wife. This is my husband. This is my children, my father, my mother. All this because of this Sharira Indra Manas only these relationships are established. Why it is father? Because that is the cause of this Sharira Indra Manas of mine. Along with another one called as mother. So both put together, they were the cause of this Sharira Indriya Manas. If they were not the cause for the Sharira Indriya Manas, they are no father, that is no mother. Who are our children? For who Sharira Indriya Manas, we are the cause. Who is our brother? Elder brother, for example. An elder brother is one who Sharira Indriya Manas was created earlier to creation of my Sharira Indriya Manas by the same parents. So that person is called an elder brother. Who is an younger sister? Younger sister is one who Sharira Indriya Manas was created after the creation of my Sharira Indriya Manas by the same parents. See, whatever you see, that Sharira Indriya Manas cannot be neglected. That is part of all our relationships. And as long we are in Sharira Indriya Manas, yes, all relationships exist. And once we kill this Sharira Indriya Manas, all relationships cease. They expire. There will be no relationships. As long as that life force is there in the body, yes, that's my brother, that's my mother, that's my father, that's my grandfather, that's my grandmother. Fine. Once that soul gets out of it, then it's a decaying material, and we don't call it as father or mother. We say it's a dead body, take it out, dispose it off. All relationships come to an end. What I mean to say ultimately is, bandhuhu, all such relationships, all such connections, they are all because of Sharira Indriya Manas. That soul gets out of the Sharira Indriya Manas, all relationships come to an end. In Mahabharata, then one very good shloka which explains this in a very simple way. The same thing. Yatha darushcha darushcha. Yatha darushcha darushcha. Samayete maho dadhau. Yatha darushcha darushcha. Samayete maho dadhau. Sametya tu vyayete. Sametya tu vyayete. Tadrushi jivatam gatihi. Tadrushi jivatam gatihi. How does this life move through its journey? As explained in this shloka. It's not a piece of Veda mantra, it is a shloka from Mahabharata. Yatha darushcha darushcha samayete mahodadhau samityatu vyayete tadrishi jivatam gatihi. How does this life move in this big stream of time? You are bound by time, we move in time. So the time is called as the flow. And in the flow we move. How? It gives a metaphor. What's that metaphor? A simile? Okay, anything. Imagine a very big river. Imagine a very big river in which a lot of logs are flowing. Lot of logs are flowing in that very big river. Now what happens? Two logs come together, flow together for some time, then they get separated. One log goes this way, another log goes another way. What will happen later? That which has got one way, which has gone to one way, it gets connected with another log and moves for some time, again gets separated. The other log, it gets connected with another log, moves for some time, and they get separated and moved. They come together, they get separated. They come together, get separated. Being together, being separated is all temporary with different logs. It's not the same thing. That's what we can observe if you stand on a hillock and look at the big river full of logs. The same way, the souls, like logs, they move, come in contact with certain logs, and some relationship established temporarily, and they get separated, and again they get connected with several other souls. Continue for some time, again get separated, move on. So all those connections, all those relationships with other logs, is all temporary. They come together, they get separated. They come together, they get separated. So no relationship is permanent. And all these relationships are because of the Sharira Indriya Manas for a temporary time, maybe 80 years, 100 years and 20 years. We call ourselves as relations. We call ourselves as father, mother, brother, sister, everything. As long as we are in this Sharira Indriya Manas. Once we leave the Sharira Indriya Manas, all relationships cease. There is no father, there is no mother, I am gone. And I continue my journey and again get into some other framework where I have got purely different relationships of father, mother, brother, sister, in a totally different environment, a different frame. This is how the world moves. All relationships are temporary, purely temporary, and for some time it will be there, then they get severed, cut. But with whatever log we move temporarily and get separated and again get connected with other logs, our relationship with the flow, our relationship with the river, our relationship with the water is permanent because we are flowing with it. So what is that? That is time, that is God. Our relationship with God never gets severed, never gets cut, never is temporary, it is permanent always. So we say, Sano Bandhuhu. If at all we call anyone as our relative, for all times to come, that is our relationship with Satchidananda. In any life we are, in any condition we are, our relationship with God is always there. Always. It never comes to an end. It has no expiry date. But all other relationships, they end one day. Which is the day when we leave this Sharira Indriya Manas and get out. Till that we will have all relationships. Once we get out, all relationships are gone. But our relationship with God is permanent, eternal. Sano Bandhu. If at all we can have a relative in any life of ours, at any point of time, that Bandhu, that relative is nothing but that Satchidananda. Sano Bandhu. Janita, creator. Savidhata, that's the next one. The one who upholds us, the one which supports us, is nothing but Satchidananda. Has created the whole universe. Has established the system of birth and death cycle. We are in it. We go on moving. And in every birth we are supported. In every birth we are given the Sharira Indriya Manas to function according to the system made by that Satchidananda. That is Vidhata. That upholds us, that guides us. Without the system established by that Satchidananda, in the form of birth and death cycle, we have no shelter. We cannot continue our journey. We will have no tool to function. We will be in a dormant state. But you are given a Sharira Indriya Manas to function, to act, maybe different tools. Maybe that of a human form, maybe of something which is not a human form. Something is given. And we continue our journey. And according to the rule we work. This whole world runs according to certain rules and regulations, and you are bound by that. When you follow those rules and regulations strictly, yes, we are supported. Our journey becomes comfortable. We don't follow the rules, we are into trouble and will be digging our own grave. So who is the one who upholds? Ultimately, it is the rules and regulations what we follow that really support us and uphold us. And who is the cause for it? Saha. That is the Satchidananda is the cause of all such rules and regulations and systems. Follow it, we are happy. Don't follow it, invite troubles. So from all respects, we have got a permanent eternal relationship with that God, and that is the only relative of ours, Bandhuhu, that's the creator of this whole universe and systems. And because of those systems and rules and regulations, we are upheld, we are supported. Our journey becomes smooth and comfortable. Vidhat. Sano Bandhuhu Janita Savidhata. But for this entity, God, but for this Satchidananda, there is no one which is worthy of the name Bandhuhu, Janita and Vidhata. Only this Satchidananda which deserves all these three adjectives. Bandhuhu, Janita, Vidhata. Of course, we do have other relationships, but all these relationships are temporary. I have passed through several lives. So in every life we have got one father, mother, one brother, one sister, one setup. It's all gone. We are into a new setup. Gone. Again into a new setup. See? Every time we change the setup. So the relationship, whatever we have got in one setup, is temporary and purely for that setup for a certain span of life. Then it's gone. In this life, this is our mother, this is our father, this is brother, sister, this is my house. What it was earlier in the previous life, we never know. What is going to happen in the coming life, we don't know. But this much is certain, whatever relationship and setup what we have got now, it will all vanish and we are into a totally a new setup. That much we can say. That's all our relations, what we call as mine. This is mine, this is me, this is this and that, all is gone. It's not permanent. The only eternal relative, the only eternal friend, the only eternal thing with us is that God, Bandhu. That is the one which creates the whole universe. And because of the rules and regulations in the universe, yes, we are supported. We can continue our journey in a comfortable way. Vidhata. Tano Bandhur Janita Savidhata. This is Yajurveda 32.10. 32.10. Now, if you understand this sentence well, we will not attach ourselves too much with the relationships what we have got. Of course, this is my house, I am living there. But the emphasis to that relation, that this is my house, I am living in that, the stress will not be there. Of course, this relationship is there, this is a purely temporary one. So, when I understand that this is a temporary relationship, then we will not be attached to it too much. And that too much attachment is the cause of all our sorrow and unhappiness. Of course, we are attached, but at the same time, we know that this is a temporary arrangement and we are detached also. It's a balance between our attachment and detachment that makes life smooth, that makes life happy, comfortable. Taking too much of this world into us is the cause of all our problems. Now, this warrants don't take too much of this world in you. You are there, of course, in the world. All relationships are there, but please note that they will all come to an end. Be ready for that. Be prepared for that. Of course, we take life seriously, but not too much into us. It causes a lot of disturbance. So that being detached in attachment or attached in detachment, whatever it is, life becomes smooth and comfortable. We do have relations, we respect it, we keep the relationships well good, but you know that it is going to end one day. So you don't take it too seriously and involve in it too much. So you are attached, at the same time detached internally. And that's the best stand what you can take to tackle this life. Sano bandhur janita savidhata, that is Yajurveda 32.10. Next, 32.14. Agne medhavinam kuru. Agne medhavinam kuru. Medhavi, one who has got medha. How do you understand medha? Medha ashugrahane. Medha ashugrahane. To grasp fast is called as medha. The capacity to understand, the capacity to analyze, the capacity to know fast is a medha. If a person is a medhavi, that person can understand very fast compared to others. No time is lost in knowing truth. No time is lost in understanding the situation around. But the one in whom that medha is less, they take their own happy time to understand everything. Medha is a capacity to know things well. Another route is there for medha. Medha sangame. Sangama is to unite, unified approach, comprehensive approach. So Medhavi is one who can look at the world holistically, not in parts. The capacity to look at the world in a holistic view is also Medha. That's also very important. Life is not in pieces. Life is one holistic entity. We have to consider all dimensions, all facets of this life together and lead our life. So that holistic view, that comprehensive view is very much important for our life. That is called as medha. And only as human beings, we can be well versed with this medha, we can possess medha, we can improvise medha, we can employ medha as human beings. As other than human beings, they don't have that capacity to understand what is medha and to employ it. They just go by their instincts. Nidra, ahara, bhaya, maithuna. This I discussed several times. They go by the instincts, which are nidra, sleep, ahara, food, bhaya, fear, and maithuna, reproduction. That's the end of it. But we as human beings, we can possess medha, we can understand the world better beyond the instinctive influences. Of course, we do have nidra, ahara, bhaya, maithuna also, but we can look at life in a broader perspective. We can understand things better. We can frame our life. We can manage our life. All this is possible beyond the basic instincts. And that capacity is called as medha. Agne medhavinam kuru. Please make us the one who possesses medha. Please make us as medhavi. And this is a prayer to Agni. Agni is the same God which is responsible for our progress and development. Agi gatau. So Agni is the one which is the cause for our progress and development. So hey Agni, you please help us to progress. You please help us to develop, improve. Of course, through medha. Medha is the force which makes us to develop and grow. And just medha is not sufficient. Here they have said about medha. But elsewhere they say just medha is not sufficient. Also shraddha is required. Shraddha is belief in truth. Being steadfast in truth. That is called as shraddha. It is not just belief. Belief could be right or wrong. Belief could be in something which is real or unreal. But shraddha means our belief and commitment to truth and truth alone is called as shraddha. That's also required. Shraddha, Medha. Elsewhere in another Veda mantra it says, Shraddhancha Medhancha Jata Veda Prayachatu. O God, give us, instill in us Shraddha as well as Medha. You want Shraddha, also Medha. Medha is the analytical power, Shraddha is commitment to truth, dedication to truth, or steadfastness in truth. That is Shraddha. O God, give us both. Give us the capacity to understand the reality as fast as possible. That is Medha, and let us be steadfast in that and stick out to that truth what we have realized, that is Shraddha. We want both. We have got several Veda mantras speak about Medha separately, called as Medha Sukta, set of mantras which tell us about the different facets of Medha. And we do have another set of mantras, another Sukta known as Shraddha Sukta, where they speak about the different dimensions and facets of Shraddha. Both put together, we can lead a better life. Both put together, we can be happy and comfortable in our life. We need these two components. One is Shraddha and then one is Medha. And here in this Yajurveda mantra, we are seeking for, we are praying for Medha. Agne Medhavinam Kuru. This 32.14. 32.14. Medha is very much essential to know the truth, to realize the truth as fast as possible, as early as possible. Delay in realizing truth causes so many problems. Until we realize it well, we will be creating our own problems and tensions. Whereas if you are fast in knowing truth, by applying our intellect, wisdom, yes, we can be in a comfortable zone as quickly as possible. Agne Medhavinam Kuru. Ashugrahana. To know truth fast and to have it under our control. Apply our mind, apply our thoughts, apply our thinking, analytical power. Agne Medhavinam Kuru. So that is 32.14. We got similar things in 32.15, which we will see in the next class, that is day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow we will continue and know many more things about this Medha. There are several explanations. That's 32.15, the very next mantra, and discuss about it. Thank you for the day.